In this video, we are going to work on composing two functions. When one function is followed by another function, the resulting function is called a composite function. And so we are going to be basically combining functions into one. And so what this might look like, when x goes through the function g, we get the output g of x. Well, if we then put that result into function f, we have created the composite function, f of g. And so you get this little pathway where x is being acted on by g first, and then that answer is being acted on by f, and then the resulting would be what f of g, what the function of f of g is. So f of g of x means the function g acts on x first, then f acts on the result. And so if you watched the evaluating functions video first, we're basically doing an evaluation, just two in a row. So here are our two examples here. We're going to use the same function rules for both. So we have f of x is the rule 2x plus 3, and g of x is the rule 5x minus 2. Okay, so first we're just going to go ahead and compose them, which means we're going to come up with a general rule, what f of g of x is. And then I'm going to go ahead and show you what that looks like with a value. Okay, so for f of g of x, that means, and I kind of want to actually write it a little bit differently, f of g of x. So what this means is our g function, this entire rule right here, that's going to become the input for f. Okay, so this entire rule is going to be input into f. And so if I use substitution, that means that g of x is equal to 5x minus 2. Okay, so the 5x minus 2 is now my input for f. And so f is 2x plus 3. So now I'm going to replace the x with my input, just like if I were doing a number. So I'm going to go ahead and replace the x. So this becomes 2 times 5x minus 2. So again, this right here is replacing the x, that's my input, plus 3. And I'm going to go ahead and simplify. So I get 10x minus 4 plus 3. And so my final result, f of g of x, is equal to 10x minus 1. Okay, so that's my new rule. F of g of x is 10x minus 1. I can do the second problem two different ways, so I'm going to show you the first way. The first way is to first just find g of x. So you ignore that outside function for now, and I'm going to find g of 4. Okay, so remember, here's my g rule. So g of 4 is equal to 5 times 4 minus 2. So that simplifies down to 20 minus 2, which is 18. So there's g of 4. So now I'm going to take g of 4 and I'm going to put it into my outside function. So now I'm going to put f of 18. And remember to use the f rule now. So we're going to do 2 times 18 plus 3. So that's equal to 36 plus 3, which is 39. So my final answer, f of g of 4, is 39. Now the other way you could have done this is use the rule that we came up with. We actually already combined f and g, so I could have gone step by step like I just did, and I actually generally do that when I'm given problems like this, but since we already found what the function would be if I combined them, I can actually do the composition. So f of g of 4 is also equal to 10 times 4 minus 1, which is 40 minus 1, which is 39, like we expected. So that's another strategy to solve a problem if you've already composed them. Now, if you haven't gone through the process of composing them, this strategy right here might be faster for you. But since we already found what the new rule was, if we combine them, I think that's a little bit faster. We just plug in 4 and 40 minus 1 is 39. So either way, you get the correct answer, but that's composing two functions.